ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes show. I'm Richard Vobes, the host of this mad, crazy, bizarre show. We're not in the normal studio. We're not even in front of my lovely fire. We are, in fact, at the house of Mr. Suggett. Sounds like a character from a Dickens novel, doesn't he? Mr. Suggett, oh, Mr. Suggett, here, do come into my wonderful abode. And we have done just that. Hello, Mr. Suggett.
Hello, you talking about me again?
Yes, I'm talking about you, but not to you. There's a subtle difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to our we're going to wing it on the 17th of December 2018. If by any chance you're watching the YouTube version of this, it's not live. It's a rerun. Don't try talking as if we're really there. It's a rerun. We are only live on Facebook, 8 o'clock on this very evening, the 17th of December. However, with me, lurking in the, nearly called it the studio, the Suggett's kitchen, this Dickensian kitchen, is another gentleman by the name of Lee Connolly.
I feel like it should be like a curtain.
Yeah, sorry, there is no curtain.
Oh, sorry.
The lovely Lee Connolly from the Skinny Jean Gardener.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for getting my name right.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Magic handshake.
And, of course, Mr. Suggett, Richard Suggett from the Veg Growers podcast. I seem to have been
Out-gardened.
Well, out-heighted, actually. I feel a midget.
Yeah, that was much better.
So, tonight we are going to have a bit of a chit-chat, a bit of a cook-up. We're going to find out about the skinny geese, and we're going to, not that easy, and we're going to gobble up some mince pies. So settle back for some fun. But you may be asking, some of you may be asking, who the hell is the Skinny Jean Gardener?
I know. I don't know.
So we luckily have a little bit of footage. I just have to go and find it. We have a little bit of footage which explains... Does it explain? I've not really seen it. All about him. Let's have a look now. So there we are, booked now for 2019, the wonderful Lee Connolly, the Skinny Jean Gardener. And here he is. Oh, you've changed
That's
jacket.
it. That's all I wanted. The video. I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, yeah, pay him.
If I get any bookings from that, do I have to pay you a percentage? Or...
Yeah, about 99%.
We can work. We'll talk about it.
We can work. Oh, straightforward. I do appreciate that the video may be freezing from time to time. And that is because Mr. Suggett here in the Dickensian era didn't really have very much internet. There are a couple of quails paddling like hamsters on a wheel trying to get it out. We have sent out carrier pigeons with the signal. That's not worked very much either. So we apologise if we suddenly from time to time... And when we... What? Now, you... Maybe not. So we're just going to have to do the best we can. I do apologise for that. The kitchen is full of wonderful smells. That's because it's surrounded with 3 blokes. But don't let that worry you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out, first of all, Richard, what have we got on the menu tonight?
We have a chicken and chickpea curry.
Do you like
With
chicken
rice.
and chickpea curry?
I like chicken.
Great.
That's good stuff.
There are some still in the garden.
There are, yes.
Lee could
yes.
catch them and
Hang on, do you not think like keeping chickens and then
eating them.
eating them is a bit
Yeah.
backwards?
I did when I first kept them. It was a bit awkward sitting down to eat chicken when you were looking them out in the garden. But
You're next.
It's a bit hot in this.
Yeah, it is a bit.
but now I've kind of got used to it. I should have thought of that earlier when having you two round. So
Well, you knew we were going to say a few things. Okay, so we've got chicken pea curry.
chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips, even better.
Cool.
With rice.
With rice. And
Burn him.
black chicken and chip curry.
Yep. And then we've got some mince pies that I've made as well, all homemade.
We saw him do it.
Actually, it's real. They're not just brought.
No, we saw him get in the car, drive to Asda and put them
Buy
in the
the whole
oven.
lot.
£1.50.
Yeah, cheap and cheerful.
Yeah. The budget doesn't stretch so much, does it? These
No,
days?
there is no budget. So we hope you're going to enjoy all of that. But first of all, let's whilst you're managing that and we have a look at that, come over here, Lee. Yes, we want to talk to Lee and find out what's going on. Now, I'm just going to flip down to have a
How
look
does
at...
this all work, Richard?
You can't see there's a gear, a whole load of gears, a pentechnicon of equipment here that is...
On a very, what would you call this?
What
they're sitting on.
The special rack that we
Yeah,
have.
this is
It's
a special
called-
piece of equipment.
It's very exclusive.
Yeah?
You can't get these in any old studio spares equipment shop.
Nope.
It's called an ironing board.
Ah!
And onto the ironing board is a laptop, sound mixer, camera controller. So we can actually, if we want, zoom in and out, which I can do, but I have to look at the other feed to see it work in real time. There we go. Oh, look, there's Mr. Suggett. Oh, he's just disappeared. There he is. There he is, Mr. Suggett at the back, doing his thing, whatever his thing is.
Cooking a treat.
So we have that. We have all this technology, but we have slightly stuttery sound. But never mind all stuttery vision. Never mind all that. Lee.
Yes.
Yes, the skinny Jean Gardner.
I am actually so excited to be on. I'm not even joking. So excited to be on this show.
Are you?
Yeah, honestly.
You've watched this show once before.
Once.
Yeah,
It
you've
was
seen
a
how
terrible night.
there's nothing else on, and then this returned you to
Honestly.
television.
Yeah, I watch this at least once every
Now and again.
8 months.
I don't blame you. There are people out there who watch perhaps twice every 8 months. Very fair. Pay them lots of money to do so. But
show,
what
man.
is the skinny Jean Gardner? What is that? Because I would think of skinny jeans as being very narrow trousers. Is that what it
Yes.
comes from? It is.
People ask where the name Skinny Jean Gardner comes from.
Yeah.
Basically, a garden
A garden
in skinny jeans.
in skinny
It
jeans.
doesn't get much more interesting than that.
Oh, okay.
You'd think there'd be a massive backstory to it, wouldn't you? But
So you're a gardener,
yes.
and you do.
Not as good as my friend here. Don't laugh too much.
He's not a gardener. He's an allotment keeper.
It's the same sort of thing, isn't it? I learn a lot more from this man than I do myself, probably. But
So and you run a podcast.
yes,
Is that the principal thing that you do?
my main thing's a podcast? Yeah. So what I do is I get families. You just saw it a minute ago in the gold jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Go around on stage, prancing around, getting kids involved in gardening.
So is it primarily aimed at children?
Yes, kids and families.
And your background is something to do with Blue Peter, I have understood.
Yeah. So when I first started, which was about 6-7 years ago now, I joined Blue Peter and was on Blue Peter for a little bit, doing their garden for them. And
How did that happen? I mean, millions of people, podcasts, people don't understand. Blue Peter, people will go,
Yes.
oh my God, he's on Blue Peter.
that's what I was like.
Yeah?
That's what I was like. Oh, this is good.
So
But
how did that happen? How did you get on Blue Peter?
is fluke a business technical word?
Yeah, yeah. Fluke. I think the whole industry runs on fluke. People's careers are, case in point.
There you go. I did some bits with Jimmy Doherty in Suffolk. He's got a farm up there, and he's friends with Jamie Oliver. And then we did bits with Jamie Oliver, and then Blue Peter come along.
He is
so
a name dropper, isn't he, ladies and gentlemen? You know,
clang.
how many of those names?
Don't ask me to ring Jamie Oliver now because he will not answer to me.
Really not. Does he not invite you around to his kitchen to put a little bit of that in and a little bit of this in and a shafty of that?
It's like it's in here, isn't it?
God, it's like a heart attack there.
Did you? Stardom. got the better of you. So how long were you in Blue Peter for?
3 years I did Blue Peter.
Wow.
3 years.
Because when I was a kid,
Yes.
they had a chap who used to go into the Blue Peter Garden at the BBC.
Yeah.
Is that a broadcast at the old
Old broadcasting.
old
house
broadcasting television centre?
place. Yeah.
With the big donut, and then you go around
It's not there, it's up. I call it up north. But
up north in
Manchester now.
Manchester. So yeah, where?
Salford.
Salford's, yes. If you notice, the BBC, every time they do anything from Salford, they always say, and now the such and such from Salford.
and people get very funny about that.
Do they?
Like I've said Manchester before, they're like, no.
Not in Manchester.
No,
it's
not
just
in Manchester.
outside in that place where apparently there's a whole load of yobs. That's the BBC. I think. There may be some from the B who's just about to book
They were just
our
literally
careers.
writing that contract. for you.
Going, what did he say? no, we're not having him. Outrageous. So, so 3 years on the BBC.
Yes.
What was their garden like? What was the Blue Peter garden like?
Well, they brought part of it from London to Salford. Salford.
They literally dug it.
They
bit
dug
of
it up and took it up there. And we started the Blue Peter allotment, so we started growing food for the first time there.
Fantastic.
That's a claim to fame, starting the Blue Peter allotment.
And so, did you interact with some of the kids, or just the presenter? Well, the kids are the presenters, aren't they, these days? But were you interacting with the children?
We did a lot of kids there and messed around. And
I don't think you can say messed around and children in the same sentence, can you? Not really. It's not good for the
Kid
old
friendly,
crew.
mate. I'm kid friendly, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Let's keep it cheerful.
Keep it real. So you had fun.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we've got a Blue Peter badge.
Well, what more do you want?
It's in my safe at home.
Is it?
That safe that I can't get into at the moment
Because you lost the key?
lost the key.
Yeah, that's another story.
So yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, never did I think I'd be allowed
To play.
on TV.
Yeah.
Or at Blue Peter at that. So
Or even on a Facebook live show.
exactly. This is there's peaks, isn't there?
There are peaks.
There's Blue Peter and then
there's...
Show.
there's must be something soon.
Yeah, once you start digging the bottom of the barrel, you end up here. So now you do a podcast.
Yes.
And that's an audio thing.
Yes,
for
I
those
love
people.
podcasting. It's my favourite thing to do.
And so on the podcast, it's about gardening.
It is
Or
about
allotments.
it's loosely about gardening. It's you'd agree with this one. It is about gardening. That's the main theme.
Aimed at children.
Aimed at families and parents and kids. Yep. And there's
It's your phone.
Is that my phone?
got a
my
text
phone.
message.
Sorry, my phone is.
Oh, I'm professional.
That is that BBC contract gone.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I can live with that.
There's a lot of singing involved. There's a lot of
Singing down the allotment.
Wow.
We're digging for Britain. We're digging for Britain. Every little thing helps. Do 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 do.
We want one? Is this happening? This is happening right now.
Is this really
Richard
happening?
didn't know exactly what to do when that happened. And I was a bit like, should I join in?
Join in.
Sorry, right, okay.
Yeah, it's. We're digging for Britain. We're digging for Britain. Every little bit helps. Anyway, that won't be a released. That record won't be on the pop charts anytime soon. So yes, so singing. So it's stuff for the. So, I mean, I was just thinking podcast and children. You don't immediately associate children listening to podcasts.
The podcast is more for the parents, but the ideas are for, like, my whole thing is getting families outside, enjoying the garden, creating memories. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
That's what the whole garden thing
And it
brings
must bring the
together.
family together because you've got something to do.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone moans, like, especially over like school holidays and stuff, that things cost so much money to go to Alton Towers or wherever you go to. But actually, you've got, this is a bit cheesy, Vobes, ready for this?
Okay.
Brace yourself. But you've got a whole adventure outside your back door.
What if you don't have a garden?
Anyone can garden. Don't matter if you've got a small garden. Don't matter if you've got just a windowsill. You can start gardening on that. Doesn't matter.
Oh right. So so if
You've got to enjoy the space you've got, or make the most of the space you've got.
yes. So can you have an indoor garden
Yeah, 100%.
on the windowsill on the inside with
Yeah.
the window on the as a dividing line between
Sure.
the outside and the outside.
But my thing's all about growing food. Like, everyone's like in the house plants at the moment, but mine's always been about growing food. So I think it's important for kids to know
where it comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you find that kids do know where the food comes? I mean, obviously, when they listen to your stuff, they immediately know that there's places like Tesco's and Asda and Sainsbury's and all of
That'd be a
those.
good brand deal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Ding! Ding! Colgate. Wing! The ring of truth. Confidence. Whatever it was. But they can grow stuff and eat it. That must be so rewarding.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, my daughter, she's 3 years old, my daughter. And
What's your daughter's name?
Olive.
Olive. Hello, Olive!
She might be watching.
Yeah, you never know.
She might say hello in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll have a look out for her. Growing something from seed into plant is amazing for them to watch. And then they can eat that. So if we're eating tomatoes, she's seen that from the tiniest of seeds.
They can eat what?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yeah. Say tomatoes or tomatoes?
No. I just missed it, yeah.
So they're more likely to eat something that they've started growing.
And of course the flavour is
it's
going
so much
to be
better.
fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with tomatoes, because the ones we buy in the supermarkets have been bred or made
Grown.
with with thick skins, and the ones that we get in the garden, thinner skins are much sweeter, so they're better. Thick skins for travelling around.
Oh, see, to help them
Tesco's.
from knocking and bruising and
exactly.
all of that, and as a result, you don't get so much flavour.
Exactly.
Well, you learn something every day, ladies and gentlemen. How useful that is, I don't know. But
I don't know what to do with that. But if Christmas is coming, you might be able to tell a family, and they might say, "Oh, wow, that's clever."
If you're one of those people who've got to make up crackers and you can't think of jokes and you want some, random facts,
a little bit of education for Christmas.
Yeah, you could write in there thick skins. You need a thick skin to watch this show, and wrap it up in a cracker. And Bob's your uncle, Charlie's your aunt, unless he's died fairly recently, and that's very sad. And just before Christmas is awful. I mean, it must be terrible. I don't know how you survive. Anyway,
I better send a card.
Yeah. Good. So how do you promote yourself?
Through videos, like you saw a minute ago.
Yeah. Because you do stage shows, don't you?
Yes.
How did that come about? Just, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, hold whilst you think of a good answer for that,
cool.
which will keep the audience enraptured.
Sure.
We will get to your comments. Don't feel that we're just completely ignoring you, but it's actually quite tricky. But we will. So if you've got comments, do keep them coming. And the nice ones, the ones without swearing and all of that, we will read out. And
I can't believe she said that.
I know. So I get it all. You do stage shows as well.
Yes.
So where do you do them and how did it happen?
I get asked to do them because maybe I bring something a bit different. My whole thing on stage is to bring a bit of entertainment.
Right.
To the
so it's not just
the garden talks can be what's the word?
Boring.
That's it, mate.
Yeah.
Pretty boring. Hey to all my garden friends. And so to get kids involved, I just make it a little bit of fun. Gold jacket.
Yeah.
Turn it into a bit of a game show.
Bring them up on stage.
Yeah.
Get them to wear giant plant costumes.
That could be what I could do in 2019.
Yeah, just thinking.
One of my things is what I do is to get people to play the games. Is I've got a massive leaf blower.
Oh wow!
A gold leaf blower.
Yeah.
And I shoot balls out into the audience.
Right.
And then they
blind a few people.
There's a few
health and safety issues.
Yeah, there's a few lawsuits going on, but you put the name of the game on the ball, and then they catch it, and it's cool. And they come up and they learn a little bit of education along the way.
What a great idea!
Thanks, mate. Yeah. I should have brought it with me, but probably might take a window out or something. Yeah.
Don't take the audience out. They're the only ones I've got.
Okay.
I have to look after them and nurture them and water them from time to time. Sure. So, it's a bit like a garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apart from it talks back.
In text form.
Yeah, I got
yeah. Plants don't do that, I guess.
Not very often. Have you had that before? No.
So, okay, well, we're going
to... Anyway.
We're going to find out more from Lee a little bit later on. That's just me being dismissive, deciding I've had enough. And turning over to Mr. Suggett to find out how the dinner... Oh, it is severed, ladies and gentlemen. And you two... I'll have mine in a minute. I'm going to read some comments, but I would be interested to know what's in it, what you grew, how it tastes, and if anyone's collapsed because they've been poisoned. So I'm just going to go now and have a quick look at the comments and read to you some of the comments that you've written yourself. So Mark Selwood, going back a little bit. Mark Selwood says, just getting ready to leave on the train. He hated the show that much. He has got his tickets already. Safeguarding comes into the same category as craft ale, terms that have only come into use since Woolworths went bust.
Oh, do you remember Woolworths?
Do you remember Woolworths?
Yeah, I do.
They were, yeah.
Pick a mix. Boom.
Pick a mix. Robert Croser says, is Blue Peter still on?
CBBC every Thursday, 5 p.m.
There we go. That's your answer. CBBC on Thursday at 5 p.m. Claire Leach is talking to somebody else. Mark Selwood says, she's talking to some. It's because we were talking to ourselves. Now the audience end up talking to themselves. That's what happens here. Christmas is coming. The quails are getting fat. Will Mr. Sluggett slaughter this and that? Are you slaughtering any quails for Christmas?
Not for Christmas, no.
No, for the new... Will you eat these quails?
I don't want to, but there might become a point that if I get too many males that I've bred out, I may have to cull them. I'm not happy about it.
Cull them?
Mm.
You can picture him, can't you, ladies and gentlemen? You can picture him there with his deerstalker on, his tweedy jacket, his shooting rifle, nipping into the garden one day.
Live on the Vobes show.
Live. We'll cover it. We will cover it. And the lovely Julia will come in front and spread herself and say, you will not kill those innocent creatures.
However, I do feel if I'm going to eat something, I have to be prepared to
slaughter.
Dispatch it.
Dispatch. Oh, my God. What's the meat in this?
It's chicken.
It's chicken. Is it one of your chickens?
No.
Is it one that you dispatched?
No.
Have you ever dispatched a chicken?
No, never dispatched a chicken.
Have you wrung its neck?
No,
even when it's wet?
No, not a chicken.
Just like not a chicken. What? So let's find out. A new game show here on the Vogue Show. What animals has the lovely Richard dispatched?
Rabbits.
Rabbits?
Yeah.
In the garden or out in the meadow?
Out in the meadow.
Oh, poaching, eh?
No, it was trapped and it was not going to survive.
Oh, so this was a case of mercy killing.
Yeah.
Mercy killing. If your children play up over Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, and you need mercy killing, Mr. Suggett is available. On the other side of his T-shirt, it does say, I will dispatch all children nationwide for a small fee.
Yeah, not a small fee, a large fee.
Oh, a large fee. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair dues. I'll do it cheaper. I just sit them in front of my show. That'll dispatch them. So thank you for that question. I'm going to taste some of your delicious food in a second. Let's just see if there's some more. I want a Gucci, says Freya Croser. I think they're asking for things. Christmas present. Claire Leach says, I will have to find the Skinny Jeans Gardener podcast. Now, it's not jeans. It's Gene.
This is very important.
Explain that whilst I sample some food.
Oh, okay, I'm off. 6 years now. Everyone always gets some skinnies jeans. In fact, I went to a show once. I was on stage, and someone came up to me and said, "Excuse me, what time's Gene Gardner going to be on?" No, it's not a joke. I was like, I don't know who Gene Gardner is, but I'm skinny. And she's like, oh. And then she walked off. Didn't even watch the show.
Oh.
So, Skinny Jean Gardner.
Jean Gardner, she's a lovely bloke. But when you refer to jeans, you've referred to jeans.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's probably a brand issue, but we're 6 years in now, so...
Yeah, you can't change it.
You know, we've got everything sorted, so...
And it works.
So deal with it, is what I'm saying, Richard.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Okay, I'm going to cope. I just have to take some more adenoid cream. It's better than hemorrhoid cream, I suppose, which is what I was really looking for. Quite a bit now. Quite quail murdering. I have wrung a neck, says Margaret Peacock. This is your auntie, isn't it?
That's my stepmother.
The Suggett's family are
people.
Huge, and yes.
Well, she grew up on a farm, or she lived on a farm for a bit, so...
Yeah, but that was her husband's neck that she wrung. That's the difference.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, I see. They've never found him. They've never... what is it when you go into a pond and you take all the water out, drain the swamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've never...
Yeah.
Whatever
We don't talk about that.
Dredge, that was the word. Quails... Is that Soggett Towers? God evening, says Mark McLeod. Yes, it is. It is Soggett Towers.
Soggett Towers. Yeah.
How big a garden do each look after? Here we go. Ian Beddoes has a gardening question. How big is your garden, madam? Let's start with Mr.
I can't
Lee.
remember how many acres. No, my gun's about 100 foot.
Is it?
Have you seen my gun? It's about
100
I've seen it on
foot.
the videos. Yeah,
About 100
about 100 foot.
Wow.
just under. It's quite long. It's got a taxi in the end of it. Have you seen a taxi, Richard?
Is that because you're too lazy to walk from one end to the other and you're so rich that you pay someone to drive you about? Chauffeured in your own garden, it's amazing.
That would be amazing, yeah, sure, but it's got no engine in it, so... In fact, it's got a bed in it. So if you ever want to stay over,
Oh, right.
stay over in the taxi.
Lovely. Why is there a taxi in your garden?
It was a failed project. It was meant to be a taxi that drove around London with a garden in the back.
With a garden in the
Yeah.
back? Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, when we took it in for an MOT, it didn't pass. So they said about 10 grand's worth of...
Manure was required.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah. And it ended up in my garden. So I told my missus that it's going to go in the end of the garden. She said, it's fine, as long as we can drive it out when we don't want it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are one of those people who have things in your garden like old abandoned mattresses or those big old plastic toys that have now got mould on them because nobody ever uses them, and you feel like the neighbours are looking at you as if to go, God, look at those pikeys. Not that you're allowed to say pikeys anymore, by the way, because it's not politically correct, but I just have. So what are you going to do? Shut me down? Oh, yeah, okay. But if you are one of those people that has all that stuff, don't think you're any worse off now, because Lee has is it rusted and falling apart? Have you got chickens in it?
Not yet.
Is there tramps living in there?
But I charge rent, obviously.
Oh,
but...
yeah. So you could have an old taxi. And then if anyone actually wants an old taxi at the end of their garden for a large fee...
Yeah, come and pick it up, sure, yeah.
It's heavy.
I'll put it on Marketplace. I'm sure it will sell fast.
So there we go. Thanks for the questions. Keep the comments coming in. Meanwhile, let's find out from Richard about this meal that we've quietly been scoffing. So tell us,
lovely.
come forward. You're sweating like a banshee.
Yeah, I always do this lately when you're around. I've cooked up a curry.
Let's have a look at it. Here's a version. It is a nice curry.
Yeah,
Chickpeas, you said.
chicken and chickpea.
And what is the sauce? Curry sauce.
Curry sauce.
Homemade curry sauce or out of a jar?
Yeah. Out of a jar. Well, the tomatoes.
What?
You never
Out of a
told us
jar, I'm
that.
afraid.
Out of a jar.
We made a bit of a boo boo today, didn't we?
Oh.
We went down. We went
Hang
down.
on.
Hang on. I made a bit of a boo boo today. I went down the podcast. Went down the allotment
Went down the podcast.
with Lee. And we recorded a podcast.
You had 6 pints of something strong, so you can't talk straight. Yep. Got that.
Yep. We looked at some chard, and I said, "We'll be eating that later."
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't Richard.
No, it was chard. It's a petrol spinach.
A petrol spinach.
Yeah, grows all year round, basically.
Oh, perpetual.
Perpetual.
I thought you said petrol. I thought you said a petrol. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I thought.
Doesn't matter.
No, go on.
And we finished recording the podcast, and we headed back, and we forgot to pick any chard. So I had to improvise on the spot with what I was doing.
Like a jar of instant curry.
Yes. It's
Very
all right, isn't it?
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What is the yellow rice that you've got with it?
Uncle Ben's pillow rice.
Oh, not homegrown then.
No. I mean,
Sponsored by Uncle Ben's Pillow Rice.
It's nice that Uncle Ben rests his head on this rice at night.
yeah.
See what I did there? Clearly wasn't worth it. Well, it's good too.
I never thought we'd get tumbleweed in the kitchen, but there it goes.
There it is. There's a lot of tumbleweed
What happens?
follows me about, to be honest with you. Let's find out what other exciting comments you have to sell us. We hope the show's not too staggering. I know we're staggering through the show, and it's probably enhanced by the freezes from time to time. Emily Champion says, watch yourselves, people. Suggett's hands will curl around your throat if you turn your back. Yeah, I'm going to employ him as a heavy, I think.
Just stay there.
Well, I do get accused of looking like Tom Hardy, so
Oh.
By whom?
Not Oliver Hardy.
somebody in that group, so you got
Well,
to
they are
leave them.
very kind to you.
I know,
Are they?
very kind, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
okay.
can see it a little bit. I can see
It's a beard.
Yes.
Google the
man.
P word
Cheers,
and Furley bonfire. What are you talking about? I think it was, and you'll be careful who you... what I just said. Yeah, okay, fair dues. Is Lee, says Maya, encroaching on your romantic night in?
Yeah. Third wheel. Is that... Am I?
What? No, of course not. She's upstairs.
Third will?
Third wheel. Like wheel.
Will?
Like
Wheel.
Oh, wheel.
Third wheel.
Wheel.
As in-
Third wheel.
Yeah, wheel.
He's from Colchester, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you think my accent's that strong?
No.
No.
It's just my lack of understanding. Wheel.
Do you know what, once I went into McDonald's, right?
Right.
And
Yeah, right.
I asked for 3 burgers. And they said, no. I was like, no, can I have 3 burgers?
Free
Burgers.
burgers.
And they said, no, you can't have... And they thought I was saying... They didn't understand why I should get 3 burgers.
Oh,
When you
free.
wanted 3.
I was like, I need 3
The number 3, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, good story.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well told.
It was a true story.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's why it's got so much pathos attached to it. That was very lovely food. I don't know what I'm talking about. True story, though.
I'll keep them. I think I'll
Use
hold
it.
them stories back.
Yeah, from now
For a
on.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because that tumbleweed doesn't just
Okay,
follow
it's
me.
back again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great time. I've just looked at the clock over there. You've got another 30 minutes to enjoy yet before it's completely over. We apologise for that. I'm sure you've got other better things to do. But no, it would be dreadful if you were to suddenly make a disappearance, because we have mince pies to come at you a little later.
Before that, I've got presents for you both.
And before... What?
I've got presents for you both.
He's got
A
presents.
little token of my appreciation.
Come and show the lovely lady and gentleman who are the remaining members of the audience. Boxes.
Boxes.
Wow, with Merry Christmas.
Merry
That's
Christmas.
very
Now,
kind
I
of you.
don't know whose is whose.
Oh, right.
So we
One-
hope.
one-
Let's hope we've got it right.
So you've not labelled them?
No.
It's
got
ticking this one, so this must be yours.
Ah, yeah. It would do that.
I thought it'd be a fun game.
Oh, it's a game. So have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Suggett, as you saw, has just burdened us with an embarrassing situation because neither of us have got anything for him.
I'm used to that.
However, we will... Well, I'm very honoured to have a little present in this beautiful box. Do we get to keep the boxes?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah,
Fantastic.
no, used to that.
Reuse those. Come on.
exactly.
So on the
Don't
count
do
of 3, shall we open and
one.
see what they are? 1, 2, 3. Ba-dam!
It's another box.
Oh. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a matchbox at the end of this.
Okay.
Well, more boxes for putting
Brilliant.
other presents in. Oh, and of course we've got a game to play.
Yes.
Nearly forgot about
Yes,
that.
don't forget about that. Which would be my gift to you
To us.
two, which means only you haven't got us a gift.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I got brought the game.
Yeah. I've got the gift of being on the Vobes show.
He's one.
Wow.
I managed
Can
to
you
get
return
it. Unfortunately, you can delete it. That is one good thing, and Amazon won't give you any hassles. Ho ho!
No.
I've discovered.
We've discovered
so
it.
wait,
Did
I-
I get-
I think I got it the right way round as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. So.
Ah.
My goodness.
Oh!
How good is this? Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official Veg Grower podcast mug. But more than that, on the t'other side, a relevant photograph nicked from our websites.
My lawyers will be in touch.
We'll be having words about that. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
Alright, Dave.
Oh, look at that. How lovely is that?
Only a little something. 'cause-
Is it? Yeah, yeah.
It's always on brand.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to do the on brand thing, didn't I?
yeah, of course. Why not? So that I'm absolutely chuffed. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I might have a cup of coffee and that later before I go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to test it.
Just to make sure the handle doesn't fall
Yeah.
off, or there's a comedy spring that
Just a
fires.
quality thing.
That's
Thanks, mate.
very kind.
welcome.
Thank you very much. What a nice man you are. I take it all back. All those terrible
Curry and a cup. Unbelievable.
So we do have a game. We also have a game. You brought a game.
Yes.
Shall we just tell them, keep people watching for a little bit longer? If we tell you the game that we've got lined up, I'll let you demonstrate and
It's a bit of a
talk
cliffhanger.
about it.
So, one of the things that I absolutely love eating, or did, I'm getting not so good at it anymore.
Really?
Is chilies.
Chilies.
I used to be a
love chilies.
big chili eater, so I thought what I'd bring is this chili skull challenge.
Uh-oh. There's no cream in there that's being flung about, is there?
Well, I hope not.
It's not like the Emily Champion who came on the show brought this machine that fired buckets of fresh cream.
Good God, no, that'll make a mess of my kitchen.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right then. So what is this what is the challenge?
Right, so
on this
basically, what we have to do is we have to spin this wheel thing.
Oh yeah.
Some of the chocolates in here are really nice.
Wait, spin the wheel. I've got my car keys ready. Oh, sorry, not that kind of game.
Not that, it's Christmas, but
yeah.
Some of the chocolates are nice.
Nice.
Some of them really hot.
Oh, they're chocolates.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they're chili chocolates.
Chili chocolates.
Some of them are really hot.
Oh, okay.
So,
so we spin the wheel, we choose the
so
chocolates, and we see if we survive. Is that what?
Basically, yeah.
Fantastic.
We'll leave it till later, and then
$2.99, by the way, from
no expense spared.
Yeah. The lovely Amanda has just made an appearance, sidled towards the edge of the show. She says, I'm not coming on your ruddy show. Don't be embarrassing. It's awful. I wouldn't be there if there was nobody else left to help you out. Thanks, Amanda. Is everything all right over there? Can you shout from over there? We can just hear a disembodied... You're not even going to shout. Ladies and gentlemen, this is dreadful.
Pauline's watching.
Pauline is watching. There she is. Look, there we are. Look, one has to do it. She came down to see what the chili was.
Chocolates.
Oh, look at those.
Oh, do show.
Crikey. Oh, I don't know now.
Oh, it's very exciting,
I'll read
ladies and
the
gentlemen.
instructions while you do your thing.
Yeah. So, Chick, can we just show that to the camera
Yes.
lens? Look at that. They are actual skulls, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see that, but they are skulls. We don't know what's in them, presumably.
Total lucky dip.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So you spin the wheel and it doesn't really tell you which one to go for.
No, it says you have to either eat me, feed me to the person on your left, which is romantic.
That sounds
Or
fun.
miss a turn, feed me to the person on the right, so on, so on, so on.
Basically, you've got to eat the chocolates, or the white chocolate.
Right.
Does white chocolate go with chili better than dark chocolate?
Don't know. We'll find out.
That's
won't we?
interesting, because I do like chocolate and chili chocolate, so it's quite an interesting combo.
Well, I've got to admit, this guy does like feeding me chilies as well.
Does he?
Yes. Don't you?
Yeah, he come to my festival. Did a festival,
Did you?
clang, and he did a
Where was the festival?
Colchester.
A Colchester festival.
Of course, it was. He did a chili challenge.
Yeah. Hang on. Colchester chili challenge. Hot food. Got it. I'm reading into stuff that isn't really there, aren't I? Yeah, okay.
I was trying to think of another C, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You can get thrown off places for calling people that, you know.
basically, I thought I might have to call an ambulance for him.
Oh wow! Is
But
that
didn't it? It got pretty hot.
Yeah,
They were good. They were good chilies.
they were good chilies. Well, what were you perspiring heavily more than you were just
More than
now,
I am
just having
now.
that mild curry?
Yeah.
He won.
Did you?
I won. I weren't backing down.
The other three died, so
And the spade's still upstairs in my
Yes.
little office.
The spade.
he
Yeah,
won.
he won.
That was the trophy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was like dig a hole to put yourself in afterwards when you exploded. How long did it last? The aftertaste of the chili? Or the hot-
Days.
Did
days.
it? Did it?
Let's not go into that.
It was certainly an eventful travel home, wasn't it, my dear?
So I imagine after having all of that, you were a red hot kisser, were you?
No. Look,
They weren't doing any of that nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so we've got that game. It's in about maybe 7 or 8 minutes' time. We're going to have some mince pies before that, just to get ourselves all psyched up.
Let's have a look, mate.
So I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments. What a fantastic show tonight, says Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. That's very kind. Can we expect one in the post from Mr. Suggett? Not quite sure what they're talking about, but
Cups. He
Oh,
did
one of
say
the
he's going to
cups.
get every single person that's watching a cup, so that's good of him.
tell us about the YouTube booklet, says Ian Beddoes. I'll save that for a different show if that's all right. Only came today. I'll show that off when I haven't got it with me. But thank you for noticing. Skulls, how appropriate. It's all about me. James DeWill says, at least you're reading, Richard. Yes, yes, thanks for that. Prefer dark chocolate with chili, says Claire Leach. Linda Kane says, can you explain the cause of all earlier congratulations? No, I can't. And I won't. I don't know what they're talking about. It must be this YouTube book. I'm in a YouTube book about YouTube.
That might be what it is.
You know he's going to talk non-stop talk about it. So
next show, I will bore you witless. Meanwhile, we're going to show you something fantastic that I have witnessed happen in this kitchen. Only earlier, Mr. Suggett had his grubby veg-growing fingers in a bowl of butter, flour, and water.
Gently massaging.
Oh, yes. We stripped off saying, yeah, go on, our shoulders, quick. But no, he wouldn't. And he... Did you not do that? Just me then?
I did feel awkward, but I didn't want to say anything.
No, it's a public show. But then you went and you rolled this substance out. What is it called? Pastry. And you put it into cups and you put some homemade mince meat. Not mince meat as in mint, but mince meat as in, yeah. And you've produced a festive...
Wow.
A mince pie. Look at, and
just the one.
They smell great. They really do. Show it much closer to the camera because that could just be a turd otherwise. There we go. That's lovely, isn't it? And it's a nice shape. It's got that wavily little thing. You said to us, my mince pies, they look rubbish but taste great.
Yeah, I mean,
but they look great.
These ones have turned out the best ones I've ever made. Actually.
This is like being on the worst episode of the Bake Off ever.
Why?
Bake Off's got nothing on us.
They look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Paul Hollywood's got nothing to worry about, but yeah, it's good.
No soggy bottoms.
No.
Sure.
No.
So, do we get to try them?
We have several over there.
Bring the whole selection. Show the audience. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They look great.
Can you see it?
Yeah, closer. Sorry, the microphone's in.
Yeah, I don't want to drop them either.
Oh, well, I'll help you. There we are. Look.
There we go.
Careful.
Right.
So would you like... there's brandy butter if you want brandy butter.
Oh, there's brandy butter, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't made that because I need my nan's recipe for brandy butter. Pauline, I know you're watching. Do you have nan's recipe for brandy butter? If you do, can you send it to me?
You just send to all three of us if that's all right.
Yes, and if you can send the bottle of brandy with it, that makes it just a bit easier. It's because I always get checked for age verification when I go to this. No, I don't. So yeah, a bit of brandy butter. That would a little dollop of your knob of brandy butter would be fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. It's a family show.
It's innuendo free.
Oh no, stop mucking about. So no, please go first.
No, you go first.
No.
I'll try it without.
Yeah, I'm not going brandy butter.
Do you not like brandy butter?
Nah, not a fan.
No, I hate it. But for the show, obviously.
for the audience.
Purely for the audience.
Sure.
So let's Lee, take the first bite. Oh, crikey.
Mate, you took my foot off.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
They're not spiked or nothing because I feel like, why are you making me go first?
Because they're spiked.
I'm a guest here, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's what the guest does always first.
Well, once a guest, you never leave.
Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. I mean...
The enthusiasm there. Did you notice the fantastic, mate?
I'm feeling a little bit...
Spiked. Well, no, it looks... Is this puff pastry?
A lot of pastry,
or
I'm sorry.
No, it's short crust, just...
Short crust pastry.
Short crust.
Made there less than an hour ago, I suppose.
No.
I'm not on the floor, I'm sorry about that.
What I'm going to say about it written at the back of the...
Don't go anywhere for a minute.
Type something. Look at the keyboard and type something. Anything. This is delicious.
Thank you.
And what's nice is it's got to be something. No, it feels homemade. It's different to the sugary shop bought ones.
Yeah.
That is a really strong, out of 10, a really strong 2 out of 10.
Thanks.
Really strong though.
That's
really strong
That's
too.
really good for me. Thank you.
I mean, the top end of the 2 as well.
Yeah.
And the brandy butter really makes it.
Yeah.
No, what I
Don't
mean...
worry about that recipe, Pauline. We've got it sorted.
No, that is really nice. Max, can I have another one?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I should offer Amanda one as well.
Yeah, see what Amanda thinks. She's shaking her head. She's quivering. She's
knows.
going, no, don't get them near me. I've had them before.
No, they haven't ooze.
They haven't. Do they normally ooze?
That's what I mean. They look messy.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, that one now.
Do you know what? I'm alright with just one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty full. Pretty full.
I'm saving that for a little bit. They're quite, disgusting. But, they are nice. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got the bag handy, haven't you? No, they're delicious. They are.
Am I contractually obliged to eat all of this? Or?
No, of course not.
Cool. Right.
You gave us some drink.
Yeah, yours is here.
I can't.
Can't swallow it. Don't make me laugh. I nearly squirted it out of my nose.
I made him choke the other day on coffee. Now I'm making him choke on mince pie.
That's nice. That's just shop bought product. No, that was really nice, and I'm actually gonna try making one or two or a load for Christmas, because I saw you just had your hand in there. You were fondling it in a very sexual way, and then you rolled it out. You bunged it in the thing. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
And I thought anything Suggett can do,
anyone else can do better.
I didn't actually think that, but I just thought I'll have a go. I'll have a go. No, that's very good. And it has got that, it's not shop bought, it's homemade, it's old traditional stuff. I love it.
Even the mincemeat is homemade, but that was made last year.
Yeah, that was the bit. That was the bit that you didn't tell us before.
So there's so much brandy in it that it will keep forever.
Apparently.
Off this, mate.
Yeah, I might use fresher mincemeat than last year's.
Sure.
Yeah, that green look didn't do it for me. But anyway, otherwise...
A pound for 6.
In my Essie, they'll go well, won't they? Cooking on the Essie. Oh. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to play a new exciting game that I've never heard of before. What's it called? Chili
Skull Challenge!
Chili Skull Challenge! Oh, you robbed me of that.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. That brandy's quite strong in this, isn't it? I can feel it really filling up the old... No, not really. I'm pulling your leg.
Wait, hold that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so this is how this is going to work. He says, having no idea how it is actually going to work. We shall ask Lee in a second. Let's just find out if there's any comments. Simon Brown has joined. Philip Scarborough, all the way from Jackson in Mississippi. Yeah, thanks. Philip Jackson, hello Philip, lovely to see you, whose ancestors came from Scarborough. I just said Philip Jackson then, didn't I?
Yeah.
I meant Philip Scarborough, whose ancestors, that brand.
Jackson.
Don't give me any more of that brandy butter. I can barely stand. This is ridiculous. I've forgotten what I was going to say. His ancestors came from Scarborough, that's why.
Hey, all right, Phil. Anyway.
Yeah. Nice to see you. McLeod says, do they have a magic ingredient with everyone chuckling away? I was offered a cookie once, and some fudge that were enhanced with a magical, mystical herb. I laughed and slept well. Grated orange rind in the pastry is good. Have you ever tried that?
I've not tried that, but
that sounds great. That's Margaret Peacock.
Oh, thank you, Margaret.
So Margaret Peacock.
I'll steal that one from you.
Yeah. Dean Cooper says Richard Suggett is also growing a graveyard too. Yeah, after this, he may well do. So, Mr. Suggett has got the Ouija board of death, the chili board. You're going to spin that. Which way?
Okay.
Well, let's go to Lee first, as he bought it.
Oh, okay, go on and spill it. Oh, right, hang on. Oh, God, it's not very...
It's not very...
Choose somebody to feed...
To feed me to. So you got to choose somebody to feed that to.
Oh, it's you, mate.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Which one are you going to pick?
I'll hold the board.
Yeah,
One.
I'll go for the one nearest me.
Oh, you sure?
Oh, I wouldn't have gone
I'm
for that
sure.
one.
Right.
Here we go.
There we go. Let's put it to the camera.
They all look the same, but you never know what's in them.
I'm worried about this.
So, no, you've got to feed it to him.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, that's what it says. Look,
thought
choose someone
somebody
to feed me to.
Oh, I thought I took feed me.
Feed,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, him.
yeah.
Husband, yeah.
Feed me to. Yeah, choose to feed me to. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I made a mistake.
Not played this game before, mate?
No. Right, go on then. It's your turn to spin. I'll hold the wicked.
It's your turn.
So hang on.
My turn to spin.
Well,
your
let's
turn.
get the reaction. Let's get the
Oh,
reaction.
yeah, what was it anyway?
It's quite chilly, actually. It's quite a bit of chilly. It's got quite a kick to it.
Has it?
Yeah.
Do you need a seat?
No.
No,
good
no.
God,
We
No.
got that. Get ambulance. Get the ambulance and speed up.
Oh, we didn't sign a waiver.
9. Oh, I forget the other number. Similar.
It's all on video, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. The
Fine.
evidence is
Oh,
there.
you spent your time.
You fed it to
My turn
him.
to spin it.
So it's your turn to spin.
Go.
Oh,
it's the same one.
Fix this.
Let's spin it again.
Let's spin it again. I think it's caught.
Yeah.
Try
It's
and-
caught. Just try and fix it. Here we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Eat me.
Wait, no, this was your go, wasn't it?
No, it's
No, it's his go. I had to feed
Oh, yeah.
him something.
So it's my go. This is training for the next Skinny Jing Garden Fest.
Yeah,
There
get
we
ready,
go.
mate.
He's having another one. I think this is just. Do you like chocolate? Yeah. Do you like them all? Should we just pick one after the other?
What was it?
Milder or harsher?
Nothing in that one.
Nothing.
Oh, you got away
Oh.
lucky.
You had the white. Maybe though, if you've had a fairly strongish one, you couldn't taste
Yeah,
a milder.
yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
my turn to spin now.
Right, here we go.
Shall I
Right,
You
on.
can take that.
Oh,
Oh,
don't break it. Right,
Here we
right.
go.
Oh, it's a good spin. It's
that's
a good
lovely
spin.
Eat me.
Eat me.
So that means I get.
You've got to eat one.
I get to eat one. Hee-hee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go not for one of those. I'm going for one in the middle.
I think that
This
might
is
be
the one I'm going for, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very nice one. It's got a similar hairstyle to me. And in whole or in bit?
I done it in whole.
Oh, I done it in whole. No, it's quite.
Was it just a? Oh,
It's quite nice, this. Oh, I got to bite it, shall I? Yeah.
could be for a while, mate. If you're just gonna.
Wait for it to melt.
No.
Got
Nothing.
away with it. You got away with it.
It's like a roulette, isn't it? It's like a Russian
Yeah, it's
chili
tough,
roulette.
mate.
That was-
Hold
Yeah, go on
it.
in.
Hold that. Hold this.
Ready?
We could be here for a while, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's it. We haven't had that one. What does that say?
Choose somebody to feed me
We've had
to.
that one.
No, we've had that.
Right, here we go. Feed
Feed
me
me.
to the person on your right, which would be Vobesy.
Oh. I get another go. Oh, this is great.
I haven't actually got to feed you, have I?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is not really something. I think my daughter's watching this, mate.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
No, nothing.
Oh, you got off lucky. Right, okay.
Right.
You'll go, Rich.
My go. Oh, you're going to have to...
Is it hot?
There's chili in that one.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Here we go.
There we
It's a
go.
good spin. It's a
And
good
getting
spin.
hotter.
Ah, you get... Is that...
Feed me to the person. I think that's Mr. Tony. No, it's not. Feed me to the person on your left.
That means I've got to feed you.
On your
He's
right.
Oh, yeah, I've got to feed you again.
Oh, I get another go.
I might go the whole night not getting one of these wicked.
Have you not had one?
Yes.
Are you ready?
No, nothing. Oh, wait. That last one was hot.
Was it?
Handled it well.
Well, it took a while to come out. This one asked me in 10 minutes.
Well, whose spin is it?
It's actually quite nice because the milk in the milk chocolate sort of negates a bit of the...
Yeah.
Oh, so actually this is not a challenge at all. It's more of
Well,
a...
it is a bit of a
Easy.
challenge. I mean, I don't think the lovely Julia could cope with this.
Right,
She's not
okay.
very good on chili.
Oh, sir. Feed me to the person opposite you.
Bing!
Oh, okay. Oh, and they've got to let you feed me. This is so weird.
What's the name of your child?
Olive.
Olive, this is what you should do with Daddy. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy. Hello. That's what you do. It's a new special game at Christmas. You're allowed to do it because Uncle Vobes said so.
No, I'm good. Got away with it. It's good.
Well, we could carry on with this, but I think that the audience might be getting somewhat bored, seeing as they don't get a free go.
Oh, they're still there?
I don't know. Let's have a look at your comments. Some of them are worried. Claire Leach says, Dick and Dom in Da Bungalow used to do something similar to this. Who's Dick and Dom, and where is the bungalow?
You don't know who Dick and Dom are?
No.
Doesn't have a TV.
I don't have a television. What, are you laughing? Is that...
Bogies.
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 Bogies!
Okay. That Korma ones needed for Julia. Amazing freeze frame. Keep going. Kids TV. Oh, they're saying keep going.
Oh.
So, yeah, don't put it down yet.
Who said keep going?
Who said keep going?
Cheers.
Billy said keep going. Oh, Billy, you're watching. Hello. Oh, thanks, Bill. That's my son, ladies and gentlemen. Billy has
Nice
just...
one, Bill.
Whose go is it?
Is it mine?
Who spun just now? Oh, yeah, it's your...
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's my go. It's my spin, yeah?
Yeah, do you want me to tell it?
Oh, I've got it.
Here it goes. Round and round it goes. Wherever it stops.
Feed me to the person opposite you. Well, I'll be feeding you again.
Oh, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I already have a stinging neck.
Let's hope it's a hot one.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
This is so strange.
Why? What's the matter with
I
feet?
don't know. I just didn't expect to be doing this on a Monday night. That's
You
all.
bought it.
Oh, see, this is freaking me out now. Just eat it. Oh my god, he got. I actually. Oh,
Oh, he got saliva on his hand. Oh.
Oh.
That one. Mild green fairy liquid. Actually, that's very good.
Ah.
Oh, we've got
Good
tweezers. No, that's nice.
Great. Well, thanks, mate. You're about 10 minutes late.
Oh,
Is it
sorry.
my go?
Sorry. It's my go.
All right. Come on,
You'll
I'll hold
go.
this for you.
You're there.
We've changed direction. Anyway, doesn't matter.
There we go.
No, always
All right, okay.
spin
Oh, yeah.
you right round.
You spin me right.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Eat me!
Eat me, yeah.
Right, I don't need
mate.
You don't need tweezers to eat you.
I'm going to finish that line off.
There are only 4 to go, ladies and gentlemen, if
Quite
you're falling
sickly.
asleep.
Can't imagine how you're feeling.
Yeah. You're more likely to die from chocolate poisoning
Yeah.
than the chili. Has anyone had a reasonably hot one?
First one was reasonably hot.
Right.
I wouldn't say it was.
Well, I think they have to keep it mild, don't they? Really?
Could be dangerous.
We have
Yeah,
enough
could
chili sauce.
I wish we had time for that, but unfortunately.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's only 3 minutes until the end of the show, which is a bit of a show. He has a pretty clean hands for a gardener, says Dan Thompson. You do wash, don't you? Amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Cleanest hands in the industry, they say.
As you know.
I preferred going live, says Steve Pilfold. Going live. That was a Saturday morning show, wasn't it?
going live, yeah.
Is that what this bogies thing was?
No.
Dom and what was it? Dom and Twack or something?
We'll have to
Dom
get
and-
it. We'll get it on YouTube for you one day.
All right. I've never heard of Dom and whatever it was. Dom the Dominator.
You've not lived.
Didn't.
Enjoy, chaps. Catch you later. Must go. My mate said something. I can't remember. I don't know Dick and Tom either, says somebody else. James DeWill. A lot of people seem to know the thing called bogies. Pauline King says never bored by the show or
thank
by
you,
the
Pauline.
lovely Richard Suggett. James DeWill, on the other hand, is sleeping. I think we better finish there because we've come to the end of the show. So,
Oh, man.
I'm so soggy.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, but, you know.
Can I come back for like a comic relief 12-hour special or something?
Yes.
That'd be brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that the right answer?
I think so.
Yeah, that was in the script. So, ladies and gentlemen, leave them wanting more, or in James DeWill's case, who's fallen asleep, leave him wanting. It's very nice of you to come and join us. It's very lovely of Mr. Suggett, the Dickensian character, to let us come into his kitchen. And even more from the lovely Amanda, who we sort of fleeting glimpse. But we do hope to have another fleeting glimpse sometime in 2019 and see more of her. So we know that she actually does exist and it's not just Mr. Suggett on his own pretending he's married. Yeah, I won't plant that seed. But thank you so much, guys, for letting us come and invade your house, which has been absolutely fantastic. We've enjoyed it. And our guest star, famous, international, all the way from Manchester's Garden of Blue Peterness, but now living in Colchester on a podcast, on his own devices. The lovely...
I've lived in Colchester my entire life.
Well, you were a star.
I lost the Mancunian accent, yeah. That's a rubbish Mancunian accent. I can't do Mancunian accent. Are you trying to sign out? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just trying to wind it up, really.
Sorry.
I think we've wound them up enough. But anyway, the lovely Lee Connolly, do check him out. Where can they find out more about the Skinny Jean
Just Google
Garden?
it. Just Google it.
Just Google it, it'll come up.
Yeah. That's what Google's for, isn't it?
It is.
It's pointless me listing off me house
if you
number
feel
and
you've
that.
seen him before, Crime Watch. Earlier this month. Yeah, somebody stole his carrots. But anyway, never mind all that. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're winding up the show. Thank you so much for coming on the show and being a guest. It's been great fun, hasn't it?
It's been a good laugh.
And we've enjoyed the food. And better than that, I still have one of these left to go. So, until the next show, which will be Wednesday. I don't think the lovely Julia can make Wednesday because it's her son's birthday on Wednesday. So we all want to say happy birthday to him on the day. Maybe I'll do that live on the show. But from here in sunny, moony Littlehampton, in the dark where we are, thanks for watching. Do tune in again. He says, subtly getting down to play the outro.
Old school bye.
Goodbye! Bye. Goodbye! The studio audience clapping immensely. Thank you very much. Thank you.